Hello everybody! It's been a while since I made a tutorial. So for today, I was thinking of how I can make roses, and I've seen all the tutorials on YouTube, but um, they're all great. But then I wanted to do something that's a little bit different, so I came up with this. Really cute, perfect for the fall flower. The reason why I also wanted to do this is because um, for the smaller, like the mini rosettes, yes, I can make it, but come to think of it, I can buy it in a decent amount, decent price, and I get a lot. As compared to the big ones, to these bigger ones, they tend to be more expensive just because they're yeah, higher on price, and they come in less, quantity. So I decided to uh, play with papers, and this is what I came up with. So there were two kinds of papers that I used. One is the regular cardstock that I got from Office Depot. It's a 65-pound cardstock, and I got that way back when I made cards. So that's that. And the second paper that I used is the mulberry paper. I was just lucky enough to have a Japanese store here in the Bay Area, and they sell these mulberry paper as gift wrappers, and they come in a really big roll. Well, big for me. um, they're like, it's really huge for just $1.50. So yeah, that's what I used for this one. But since I ran out of those mulberry paper, I have to run, and I have to go to the store tomorrow and grab me some more. I only have the blue and the green one left, and I ran out of pink just because yeah, I only have a little left. I played with it before, so yeah, I ran out of it. So anyway, what I'm going to use for today's tutorial is the cardstock paper. Alright, so first of all, we need to make a five petal flower. You need five of the big ones, I mean three of the big ones and two of the small ones. I used this Fiskars puncher, the 2 inches, and this is the an inch and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's that. You can also use the smaller one, which is an inch circle punch, and this how an inch and a half one. So that's that. You can also use your Sizzix circle die, which is this one. You can either use these two combinations here, this red one and the green one, or this one and this one. But if you're going to use these two ones, these two, particularly this one, I would suggest for you to use the mulberry paper, just because it's easier for the folding and stuff. You will see what I mean when as we go along. So here we go. You're also gonna need your, of course, your glue gun and a spray bottle with water. This one is my spray bottle. This is for the cardstock. For the mulberry paper, you don't need this. And you need your heating tool and some of your favorite sprays. Starburst spray, or any mist that you have, your homemade or the glimmer mist, depending on your preference. So first of all, what you're going to do is fold this in half. There you go. And then this is what I want to show you right here. Fold it so like a 3/4, like not all the way, not on the half part, but like leave a space here, like a quarter of how this petal right here, how big that is. So kind of hard to explain for me, but I'll show you why. Because we're going to make a 5-petal flower, that's why. And then when you're done with that one, flip it over and then fold so that this one will line up with this, and check to see, I hope you can see this, guys, and check if this half and this half right here have the same size. If not, you can always adjust it. See, like this one right here, this one right here is smaller than this one. You might want to adjust that. That way at least you have like a what do you call this, like a almost that's too thick, almost uniform sizes of the petals. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so that one, I think this one is good. So you see, this one and this one have the same size, at least. Now, what you're going to do next is unfold it, cut it, but leave like a space right here, like maybe an eighth of an inch, and then this one right here, just open it up so that you'll have space for your scissor to get into, like that. And then this one right here, cut it again. Alright, this part is probably the most tedious part, but it's all worth it. I mean, you're saving a lot of money here and it's fun to make. That's what's most important. Now, for the petals, you have to cut it like so that it forms into a flower petal, like that. See? Like I always say on my other videos, if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer you. Now that is like the rounded tip. If I run out of time for this one, I would do a part 2. Now this is the rounded tip. You can make a pointed tip to get this effect right here. See, it kind of has that pointy petal. So what you're gonna do is fold it in half, the petal, and then cut it like so. And slightly, like, see how there's a pointy thing here? Like, you know how you cut heart, where you make like a curve cut? So that's that. So you get a pointy petal. But then, since those are the examples, you can make like a rounded edge, and you can make like a pointy petal. This is like my favorite. There you go. So that's that. If it doesn't like look the same, that's fine, don't fret, just because you're going to twist it and it wouldn't even matter. So that's that. I already have some here that I made. I will just have to finish 2 more. So I'm gonna show you again. So this is the ones that you cut. Fold it in half again, each petal, the first 2 I mean, not the third one. Fold it in half and then just cut it like so. So there's your 5-petal flower. Set it aside over there, and then I'll do this other one. Ugh, I cut it too much, so that's gonna be a thin petal, but it's okay. No problem about that. Like I said, it wouldn't even matter once you get the petals folded and twisted. By the way, when you're using the paper, the cardstock paper, you want to be careful because it's more delicate. Like when you twist the ends, because we're going to twist the ends of this one, it's more delicate and prone to being getting teared right away. You know, it tears right away very easily. So set that aside. Now what you're going to do is make it damp a little bit. You know, not too wet, but not too dry. So what I do is just I spray a little bit of, actually what I did last night was to get a, oh, I forgot, to get a piece of paper towel, and then the paper towel just wet it a little bit and then just, you know, pat it on the petals. But yeah, I kind of made this too wet, and you don't want that. Just because the reason for doing this is because you want it to be a little soft. So what I'm going to do is I dry it up a little bit just because it's a little too wet. This one is fine, you know. You can feel it. It's damp, not too wet, not too dry. So that's good as well. If it's too wet, it will tear and you don't want it. Let me just dry this a little bit. Next thing that we're going to do is twist it. Now be very gentle when doing this. Like I said, you don't want this one to tear. And do this on the rest of the petal except for one of the small flower. And you want to do it, you want to twist it like alternate twist. Like if you twist it towards like outside, the next one would be the inside, twist it inside. So kind of do it alternately. This one kind of looks like it has a lot of work, but not really. Let me just get one of my brushes here. Now for the small petal, you are going to like round it like so. Skip one petal and then round the other one. Don't know if that's the right term, but yeah. Okay, so that's that. Now for the rest of the petal, just twist it like the others that we made, or like what we did on the others. Alright, I'm almost running out of time already. Ugh.